Hey, what's
What's going
good?
on,
What's
man?
good? Everything is all right. What's up? What's good with you?
I'm great, dude. I want to say first and foremost, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Did you
I
do anything
appreciate that.
special for it? How'd you celebrate?
Because of this, weird times, so you can't have a lot of people over. So just myself, the family. But I definitely got a whole lot of gifts come through. Yeah, basically just that. And the boys dragged me out in the night just to chill with them, the few guys. That was basically it. But it was more online. The love was crazy online from, uh,
Crazy.
yeah, Back Nation, yeah, everybody.
Now, I'm trying to get the timing right. Was CEO Flow like a gift to the fans on your birthday? Because I feel like that came around. Did that come out on your birthday or around the same time?
Yeah, the same day, my birthday on the 10th of July. So midnight, late midnight, I dropped it. I dropped the audio, but the video came because I wanted the video to come with the audio. By the time it wasn't, so the video came, I think, 6 p.m. on the 9th, and my birthday was probably some few hours after that. So it was basically like a birthday gift for the fans.
Yeah, that's beautiful,
Yeah.
man. You linked with E40 on it. I've been a fan of E40 and just that style of rap too, and just Bay Area rap in the United States. How long have you been a fan of E40s, and how did you guys link up on that song?
Yeah, I think everybody is a fan of E40. Like, if you're into hip hop, definitely he's one of the people that you look to. And even to date, one of the few people who has been able to consistently be in the game for this long, for new artists to still feel like they need a verse from him. From Big Sean to recently, I think it did some with ASAP and all these guys. So he's like definitely one of the greatest. And then he dropped his record called Choices, and I did a, I wouldn't say a remix. I did like a version of my version of Choices, and that's how come we connected. So he saw, you know how the fans go hard when they go hard on the music. It got to E40, and E40 saw the record and tweeted about it, and just like we just linked up the same way. And then
Yeah.
I linked up with him. I've been like in touch with him for minutes. I was just waiting for a good timing to do a record with him because he always wanted us to do something, and he genuinely likes me as a person, and I just felt this was the right time, and I had the right record. So yeah, he jumped on it.
Something you said there caught my ear just about, how long and how consistent E40's been in the game and just the quality never really dipping at all. And I was listening to J. Cole's J. Cole released 2 new songs last night. A lot of that is about his longevity and about his climb throughout the game. And I think you have a very similar story with you are somebody that has been so consistent for over 10 years now, getting your start in
Yeah.
2009. I wanted to ask you about this analogy you make with success in swimming because I think it's incredibly poignant and I've never
Yes.
heard it before. Do you want to share that?
Yeah. So I compared that too because I think of when people are swimming. Let's take it for like the professionals, right? When they're swimming, I think they're just looking at touching the last wall so they can turn back, right? Because if you keep doing this and trying to look at where everyone is, you might miss it. So in this 10 years of it's past 10 years, but let's say 10 years as in the industry recognizing Sarkodie, it's been consistently not trying to like pair myself with anybody or looking at anybody to determine how good I'm doing. I just love music, and I never want to lose that as an underground artist, loving music. I never want to lose that fact. I never want to be the type that I'm thinking about what's the biggest record in the radio and how can I beat that? What's the latest trend? How can I fit into that? I think I just basically love music. And I didn't know it was even 10 years. I was having fun. By the time I realized it was 10 years and I was being awarded. And to date, I don't know how many awards I have. The fans keep reminding me how many awards I have because that's not what I focus on. I really focus on the music. Yeah. I really focus on the music and everything that I love. And I think that works because that means genuinely you do music for that sake. That's where you can have pure music. Doing a record like CEO Flow wouldn't come if I was too much of a commercial artist because I'll think about, especially in Africa, if you want to dominate on the radio, it has to be Afrobeat, right? But because I love music, I do Afrobeat, I do anything I want. I'm not even thinking about the charts. I end up on it not intentionally, but that's not like my basic goal. I'm just swimming, I'm just going. And maybe when I'm done, I'll realize that I touched the last wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have a mentor in your personal life, or maybe like a music industry mentor? Because it's so easy, especially as a young artist, to especially in hip hop, which can be a very competitive style of music inherently,
Yeah.
to compare yourself to others, or to chase trends, or to chase success in so many ways. Did you ever go through that as a young artist, or did you have people around you that kind of showed you the right way?
I didn't really have like someone personally, like, you know, directly, like knowing somebody. I definitely had people that I look up to. In Ghana, I had one of the legends called Obrafour, who does rap music, and he definitely changed the face of rap. And that's when I fell in love with rap, like really hard. Obviously, I was listening to the Packs and the BDs, but that is just musical. For at this point, for me, trying to stay consistent, it has to be Jay-Z, because I think Jay-Z is the definition of what having longevity in rap music is to me, you know, to be super relevant in all times. So sometimes I don't want people to get close to me to be a mentor. I just want you to win. And the more you keep winning, you keep stretching it for me. Because Jay-Z is like, I don't know how old, I might be wrong, I think over 50, right?
Yeah.
And for that means I have a long way to go. And that's exciting. It doesn't make me panic, right? Because if nobody hit 50 in rap music and still be relevant, I wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
So because of him, I feel like I have more time. So he's definitely my mentor through my whole career. Yeah.
Well, and I think a parallel between both of you as artists is that I know something you're really passionate about is breaking boundaries and breaking barriers and expanding and evolving. And I would probably put that, from everything I've read about you, at like the top of your list in terms of being an artist. And that's something I think that Jay has. I really respect Jay more than anything. I love his music, and I've grown up with it. But like, you know, Jay in 2020 is a completely different person than Jay in 2000, 2005. He was always evolving. What are some things that you look forward to? I'm sure you're somebody that doesn't look too far off in the distance. You live in the moment. But what are some barriers or things you'd like to cross off a bucket list or expand into in the next couple of years?
I definitely have boxes to tick as I'm going. Just that it's two things. I know where I want to go, but in the moment I try to live it. Like I try to go through it. It's a process. I don't want to skip it. But definitely the ultimate goal is to give back to what made me Sarkodie, which is in different areas, you know, so from, you know, the fans, from the music industry, from the structures of the industry, from the artist. I want to be able to, because there's stages, right? You know, I think Jay was at a point where a single matters, you know, topping charts matters, being number one on Billboard matters. And then it gets to a point where it changes a little bit, and now it's more of what is expected from Jay-Z. Because having the biggest record in Ghana at this point wouldn't be like my ultimate high. Like that wouldn't really change anything for me. But I think what can inspire me at this point is when I give back to the industry, and that's like through a whole lot, which myself and my team are working on, just to make sure that we were able to still look out, you know, for the young ones coming.
Right. And now it's almost
So
like paying it forward,
just
in a sense.
Exactly. Just being able to, this experience I've able to have within this while, if I can give it back and just create a better situation than mine when I was coming up.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I want to get to some of these fan questions, because I mean, Sark Nation has just taken over MTV in recent weeks, and it's been really cool to see. And you know, so, we deal with a lot of different you know, fan communities, and they're rarely this insightful, and these are great questions. So I'm just going to get to as many as we can right now.
All right.
So this comes from I am Wendy Lulu, who says, will it be possible to perform every song of yours during the Black Love virtual concert? I'm going to guess probably not, because you have so many songs, but tell us a little bit about this virtual concert. Is this something that's happening?
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. It's crazy times where I can't even believe it that we can do like physical shows, having people in the auditorium, because that's the energy I feed off. I love to feel the energy of the people, but I guess in every time we have to be innovative, so we can't just sit and wait. So definitely the team put up this virtual concert, which we want to do it special. I intentionally did not put out the venue because I'm trying to do something epic. Regardless, even if I put a venue out, you can't come in, but I'm trying to do something epic. And the lineup is crazy. Like what I'm trying to do, because Black Love, I was in the States. I was actually locked in the States when this coronavirus started. And it was because I wanted to come and promote Black Love, the new album, but then it wasn't possible. So I just came back home. But I just felt that it's not had the promotion needed so far. The songs are good. It's out there. People are playing it. It's had some success on the radio. But I still feel that presence of the album has not been felt because of this situation. So this performance or this virtual concert is basically to celebrate with the fans on Black Love album so that they can listen to these songs that they've been listening to live, yes, via the internet.
Yeah, and give a whole new life to it, you know?
Yes,
present it in a whole new way.
But it's gonna be epic because of what I'm trying to put into it, like what I'm trying to do. Even when we had the physical time, when I could meet them in the auditorium, we didn't do that. This time we're trying to be like super innovative so that it doesn't look boring, because you don't have people around you screaming, so it has to look dope. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot coming in. So the 16th of August is happening. Myself and my friends. I'm announcing the artists that are coming through soon. I think from tomorrow I'll start dropping the names.
Amazing. So August 16th, that's the date?
Yes.
Amazing. All right, let's get to a couple more of these. Do you have a name? This comes from, I think, Brefo Rashid, and it says, ask Sark if he has a name for his next album and the date if he's planning to release it. Are you thinking already about the next album? Is that too far in advance?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, every record that I put out, I record too much. So I always have too much music to do a project. But I just need to feel it, you know. So far, what I'm feeling is just recording. I have a bunch of records. I'm looking at the next sound, because that's what I do. I try to change sound every time. I would do like a whole hip hop. If you listen to The Highest, that's more hip hop. And then I think I came to, I think of The Highest as well. Black Love. Black Love is Afrobeat, you know, which is great. And then I can switch it up to something else. I don't know. So I just have to feel it. At this point, I don't know the sound I'm hearing, but I think after Afrobeat, it has to be something else. If I feel it, definitely they're gonna have it.
Where do you typically get inspiration from? Like, what will actually dictate your sound? Will you just catch a song maybe somewhere? Is it where you're at personally? Like, what dictates the sonic development of your music?
It's super random, but I can say 80% has to. I feed up producers. Mm-hmm. So producers will send me something, and what about me is, if I do like Black Love, if you send me any beat that has the Black Love theme, I'm not gonna be inspired at this point. So there should be a beat that brings different cadence, different writing, like different like flow, everything, and that's gonna inspire me to the next wave. So mainly I think from producers, and also I just get tired quick. So I want to change to something else. I'll probably start.
I was going to say, man, this far into the game, you need those challenges, man, to keep you sharp, to keep you engaged, to be passionate. Totally. I almost think of a Drake as somebody that always seeks out different flows or different influences, and he's great with like the global influence too. All right, this next one says, ask Sark, when is his feature with Stormzy coming out? Is that something that's real? Is that something that's on the way? What is that?
Myself and Stormzy have been going back and forth and doing a record. I guess the same, like, for how long I've known E40, this is the time that we did a record. You know, that's the same with, for me, I don't do records because of, as I said in the beginning, it's not because I want to do a song with Stormzy and then it's going to get numbers and all that. It has to be, first, it has to be the music. You know, it has to be the music. So if you have the right record and we're in the right situation, himself is ready fully, because he said it, he tweeted about it. But it has. I know how artists are. We just have to get in the zone. So I think definitely,
Well, in anything with art, right? Music, you can't force it. But if you force it, like we will know somehow. It's like the magic of music. You know what I mean? If it's natural, we like it. But if it's not, you know, we don't mess with it.
Exactly.
Kind of a follow up to that is famous_GH says, do you have another big feature, on the horizon? What is this next big feature? Is there anybody you're eyeing right now? Not to jinx anything, but anybody out there you're looking at going, that could be cool?
Already, yeah, we definitely have some huge ones, but I know South Nation is going to get on my neck. You're trying to get some secret out. I'm trying to keep. I'm going to hold myself, bro. You're not going to get me there. So yeah, definitely, I've been working. So we have some collaborations in the pipeline, but I think who I'm looking forward to work with. I think I've kind of like worked. Yeah, I think I've kind of like worked with a lot of people that I really want to work with. Obviously, we have big dreams to have a verse from Jay, to get a verse from Drake would do. Just the usual, But I have some collaborations out there that we need to we are working on and seeing a good timing to release.
Kind of talking about Jay and some of those contemporaries. Sark Livin says, can you please ask him if his music was or is still inspired at all by Kanye? Was Kanye a big influence for you early on?
Now, my music has not been inspired by Kanye. I think, obviously you take inspiration from different people. Kanye definitely has serious influence on almost everybody in hip hop in a way, some way, somehow. If not being fashion, even the music. I think fashion-wise, I love Kanye's fashion sense. There's certain looks that the inspiration came from him. Musically, I just love Kanye in general, but not necessarily looking at because my cadence are different. I really deal with delivery and flow. So if I'm not saying Kanye doesn't have flow, I'm just saying, we have people who really do that, and those are the people I look at. But I definitely love Kanye.
Yeah. All right, this next one. Should we expect any album or project this year? Is there anything you're eyeing maybe later in the fall, winter time?
Yeah, I don't have the facts at this point. I'm just working.
Yeah.
I'm just working. Yeah.
Yeah, just creation mode. I'll ask you a couple more real quick. What has been your greatest fear?
My greatest fear is not being able to keep my family together. It keeps changing. At this point, that's what I would say. Way back, I used to say that not to dent this hard-earned image that I've built over the years, because it's been a long while, and I've been able to maintain this for a very long time. And I never pray that I dent it or like just kill it off the roof. But at this point, I think keeping my family together is like my biggest priority, and I wouldn't love to, lose that. That keeps me like straight. Yeah.
Focused. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you will ever retire from music? A fan wants to know.
It's hard to think about it, but I think it's possible. It has to. You would have to.
Right.
You would definitely have to. I think people are still doing it. That's what I'm saying. That certain people are pushing the boundary, like pushing the age limit, for me to see that it's possible. I don't know how cool you're gonna look rapping at 70, but let's see.
Totally. Well, you know what I think? I think Jay's a great example that at a certain age, you have to have something to say to make the music, right? You shouldn't just be putting out music for the sake of it. You get to a certain point in your career, kind of like what you were saying before, but now it's about giving back. You can do that, like 444.
Yes, even with me at this point, the young guys coming up that I listen to, and they get away with certain things that they say in their lyrics. And I know I used to say that, but if I should say that same thing at this point, I'll get serious backlash from the public, right? And that's sometimes a challenge. That's exactly what you said. Like, you have to say how you feel at every stage. So how you just put it, the same thing. If I get to a certain point, the subject matter has to change. Even now, it's changed drastically. I know you're now joining the whole movement. Way back, I was saying some stuff that now I listen to. I'm like, did I even say that? And the young kids are doing it, and they're getting away with it. And I love it when I listen to it, but I just can't do it. So it's true, yeah. Every time, and then what is expected of you.
Right. All right, one or two more real quick. I just want to make sure we get to as many fans as possible. Oh, this is a really interesting question. Abinia wants to know, what would you be doing if not for music?
Oh. I would definitely have to manage something like a company. I don't know, because I'm very good at managing. So it definitely has to be a position like that I'm managing stuff. I will have to manage it. Like, I don't know if it's a corporation or anything or my own, whatever.
Right.
I will have to be a manager, even if it's in music. I just have to manage something. I think that.
Well,
would
and I'd have to imagine it would also have to be a job where you could grow, because that ambition.
Exactly.
If you don't have if you don't have something to point that ambition towards, you would go crazy. You know.
True.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, Sark, thank you so much for taking the time. We got to get you
Thank
on
you
MTV official big time in the next couple weeks, man.
you.
So we'll talk about it. But I enjoyed
appreciate
just chopping it up like this, and thanks for being so patient.
Thank you.
Talk soon, man.
All right.